ya. Told her that I love her, but it was a roller coaster. I just want the money, baby, I just want my loader. I don't wanna hold ya, I just wanna pull up. Standing shoulder to shoulder. Bring that bitch to the backseat and I'm bang like she Sosa. I try to lead a bitch, but she like, hey, you know I love you. Of course I said
YouTube. So it's been a really long time since I've actually made a video, but this is my 335 single turbo PI build, and unfortunately I hit 50 PSI last night. I don't know how I hit 50 PSI, but just cut straight to the chase. This bitch is blown. Oh my gosh. Look at all of that. Jesus, tore this. I'm running a PI play on a stock manifold. But yeah, so this is a high pressure fuel pump with the housing actually on the block, and I actually cracked the housing. So the rod, I'm assuming, cracked the case half, which is a high pressure fuel pump that sits right here, destroyed all the high pressure fuel pump stuff, and it even kind of hit a little bit of the throttle body. Here are actually parts of the piston. So you have the top part of the part of the rod, and then the top part of the piston and shit. But yeah, I was actually only a couple revisions up from base map. I was only on 24 PSI, and it unfortunately hit 50 PSI out of nowhere. I don't know how it did it, but yeah, this is a high mileage motor after all. So I mean, I can't say I'm super surprised, but usually these don't blow anywhere near 24 PSI. So I don't know what happened. I was on top of oil. I even refilled it that night, on top of coolant, on top of everything, and unfortunately she just went kaboom. But yeah, we're working on taking her apart right now. Hopefully she'll have a fresh motor by the end of November, and we'll continue tuning and continue doing everything. The only like really bad part about this is that this n54 is all-wheel drive and it's automatic. So I literally have the worst trans you can put in a 335 on here. And yeah, and it still spins even though only at 24 PSI. I have 285s in the back, I think, or 295s, and it still spins, and 265s in the front, and the rear still spins. It's extremely, BMWs are really rear wheel drive biased. Both of my all-wheel drive upgraded turbos 335s have spun a lot, but unfortunately this one just broke, and my Porsche is broken too. I don't really trust it at all anymore, but the transmission got broken. It's a sensor that goes bad in it. My other Porsche is good though, the SUV is good, and then you got the rest of the family's close. But yeah, unfortunately I got a lot of bad luck. Even the blow up valve popped off. I only showed a couple clips and videos about it, but the blow up valve was really popped off, so that's another clue to how much PSI there was on there. I am running a 4-bar sensor, just kind of a ghetto rig setup, because if you guys know about these 4 bars, you guys know that they tend to leak because it's only one flange on there. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I literally just got super bad luck. Super bad luck. They were running off 5-inch intercooler, blah blah blah. But 750cc injectors and whatnot. I'm working on taking everything apart right now. AIC controller. Working on taking everything apart right now, and hopefully we can get this one out. We'll see how bad a pain in the ass the all-wheel drive one is. Catch can is practically empty, it feels like. But yeah, it's crazy. I'll show you guys around the car real quick. I inserted a couple cinematic clips. She's not so pretty right now. She's super dirty, etc., etc. But yeah, you just have the automatic 235. Back is fully gutted, almost fully gutted. We're running a fuel control module, so we can run 2 525s at all time. And yeah, the intake manifold though, full of oil. It was dripping as I was taking it out. But yeah, completely unfortunate, extremely unfortunate. But yeah, she ran good for the time being. I did have a disgusting misfire that I finally figured out. If you guys have an n54 and you guys can't figure out your misfire spot, your injector board. So yeah, I had to buy the PPI injector board kit, and I bought it and I fixed it. It did still misfire, and then what me and the tuner did, for this specific, there's different ECU styles and models for a 335, and what he did, he turned misfire detection like 100 RPMs right before the misfire, which did fix it, which I could pull all the way, but every once in a while there was hiccups. When it blew, the 335, I was doing a 6 rule against an M5. I'll post a video on here. I'll post a clip on there. And if you guys can just pay attention, you'll see, you can hear the M5 shift because its exhaust is on the right side where the video is. But I started spinning off a 60 because I hit so much PSI. I shifted it to 4th. And I could continue to spin, and then in 4th it just completely blew. If you listen closely, you can hear all the metal just go everywhere. It was actually kind of screwy. I thought the car was on fire and everything. So I actually have a fire extinguisher in the car. I keep it all times with me because this car is scary. Sometimes this car is super scary. So yeah, fortunately it was on fire. Fortunately she was okay. We towed her home. And yeah, I still have to read all the codes. I don't even want to read the codes on the ECU because I know it's going to be absolutely horrendous. But yeah, kind of a weird turbo setup we have, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to go with a four-port boost controller in a bit. But yeah, everything's on order. We do have another motor. And we did just buy some slicks for the back. Even though it is all-wheel drive, we're just going to blow the diff, who cares? I think just go rear-wheel drive. So I do have an extra motor. It's at the Aurora house, and yeah, that's gonna be the plan. We started taking this apart right now. That's why it looks like all ugly and shit. That's why some of the headlight things are just taken apart and whatnot, bumpers out. So we just start taking it apart. It is hood dump. And it is ridiculously loud. If you guys are considering going to hood dump, consider that you are not going to be able to daily drive this car. It is ridiculously loud, and the amount of eyes you get is crazy. Even if you're driving normally, it is actually the most craziest sound you'll ever hear in your life. We did relocate the windshield washer fluid back there. I am opening this up so I can redo wiring and whatnot, check things over. But yeah, unfortunately, she is out of commission right now. A quick look on the inside. Yeah, she's damn. Ow. She is gutted in the back. I just started gutting it. But I took the seats out, took some of the liner off to try to make it look cool. I gotta make that look pretty and whatnot. But unfortunately, yeah, she went kaboom boom. And we found this on the side of the highway, but I can't figure out if this is for the car or not. I can't figure it out because I don't know where this would go. If anybody knows, I guess let me know. So yeah, we had the MHD, the monitoring thing on there, so we can monitor all the boost levels and etc. And I was with the Huss, of course. See, I hit the anti-lag. When I saw it jump up to normal, we have the anti-lag set, I think, like at 22 psi. So 22 psi. I'm obviously paying attention to the road in front of me. I mean, yeah, I can't really like continue to look back and forth mid-race, but before I did shift, I glanced over and I did see the 50 number, and I continued to hold it in because I was like fucking full send, and unfortunately it just went kaboom. I'm actually internal wastegate, so I'm not external wastegate like most people are, and which is actually way better, but I am internal wastegate because this setup that I have on this car is a bit sort of custom-ish, and yeah, unfortunately it just didn't really work out. But yeah, it should be back up soon. Other Porsches there. Should be back up soon. And I also have the fucking Hondeezy. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna document me like taking this apart because I actually have never taken out a BMW motor. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna be. I know that the oil pan and the axles, because it is all-wheel drive, is gonna be one of the hardest things. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah. If you guys have any questions, I guess let me know. And if you're running an internal wastegate, highly suggest external just in case. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. She's kind of cooked. She's kind of really fucking cooked, but it's whatever. Way back. I mean, the motors for these n54s are like fairly inexpensive. You can find one from like $500 to like $3,000. I mean, that's so expensive for some, but like plus labor. But it's not the end of the world. It's not like these Subi motors. So like STI is like $8,000 for a used motor, $5,000 for a used motor, just to blow up with full bolt-on parts. Yeah, so no. I should have made more videos on my. I used to have a E90 n54 as well, upgraded to its PI. I should have made more videos on that. Unfortunately, I did make one video like breaking down the entire setup and whatnot on the YouTube. So if you guys are interested on a 700 horsepower twin setup car, you can go there. To be fair though, I couldn't get the E90 to run perfectly fine because the injector board problem. I wasn't aware that was a thing with the E90. I did build it completely, but I wasn't aware it was a problem. I couldn't figure it out. And then this car came, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is it? And one of our friends was like, it could be injector board. I was like, oh, bet. You know, did the injector board kit, you know, rethreaded everything, etc., and it worked. But yeah, if I had the blue one, I wonder what would have been different. But yeah, this is actually on a stock trans tune too. So stock trans tune, it does like limit torque, I think, to like 500 or some shit. So I wonder how things would have gone if I had the SXP. I've also put in some racing videos. It's like a tribute, you know, to like the first engine. I want to keep some of the parts as like a trophy. But yeah, we're just gonna get started on tearing it apart, and hopefully we can make some progress today. I hope this all-wheel drive platform is not as it like it sounds to take off.
She gonna increase, and we finna be harder than this. I just blew your whole car on my wrist, and that because I took me a risk. Yeah, ain't no counterfeit. I just been like Tim for the fit.